Antarctica is one of the cleanest places on Earth. Sources of air pollution like industries and forest fires are thousands of miles away. But Professor Henrik Kalen from the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences and the Norwegian Institute for Air Research has come here to measure the amount of carbon soot that falls to Antarctica. It falls with the snow.
Well, we're trying to see if we can find any soot particles in the snow. But to avoid getting soot from the ship, we had to take off the top layer. We go a bit upwind from the ship. Try to find out if different amounts of soot may contribute to different rates of sea ice melting.
So you don't know where the soot's coming from then?
No one has looked for these things before, so this is the first trial. Have to hold on to the bucket with one hand against the other.
My name is Henrik Kalen and I'm working as a scientist assistant here in Oden. And today I'm going to show you what I do mostly. And what I do is that I'm collecting snow and then I'm filtering it. So these are my buckets of snow that we got earlier today. We get 20 at a time. And now I'm going to show you what I'll do with them. Just follow me. This is where the bucket first gets, to the sink, because we need to clean it. So, we got alcohol here, clean alcohol. We put some on the top of the bucket and then we clean it. Then the most important part, the bottom. Because the bottom has been in contact with the boat. And the boat is very dirty. And we don't want that in the lab. So, what we are looking for in our samples are tiny pieces of carbon. And as there's a lot of carbon in the pollution from the boat, we need to make sure that we're going into a clean lab. So that's why we got this airlock that we always need to go through before we go into the lab. And we need to change our shoes. Make sure we're not taking anything with us together with the shoes. And here's our new bucket that we just cleaned. So I'm going to take off the lid. Then we got a bag of Teflon in here because the plastic buckets may attract the carbon particles so they get stuck to the bucket. And then we won't get them in our filter, and that's what we wanted. So we don't want to lose any particles. That's why we are using these bags. So now I'm taking the snow and putting it into smaller buckets made out of Teflon that I can put into my microwave. Yeah. We put it on the lid. Then we put it into a microwave for about 5 minutes. It's usually good. Now we hope our snow has been melted to water. Now let's see. Sometimes it needs a bit more time, but this time it's fine. Got water there. So we pour our water onto the filter. That's pretty quick. Done. Then we take this thing off and we pour the water into this one, which has got a scale that tells us how much water is in it. So, the last bucket contained 4,250 milliliters of water. So, and that's how it's done. This might not seem very complicated, but as a matter of fact, no one has done this before. No one has investigated this before. So, someone's got to do it. Someone ought to do it. And we don't know what kind of results we will get.
Well, after the samples get out, we take the filter out of the funnel here. We put them in a petri dish and then in the freezer. So this is the amount of material that's accumulated on the filter after we melted about 200 liters of snow. So there's surprisingly a lot of color there. I hadn't expected that, but there's a lot of color there. We don't know exactly what it is, but it looks very much like soot or something. So we'll send these filters off to a lab when we come home that will actually analyze how much soot there is on them, or if there's any other type of product.